Hello, we are live. As some of you may know, I have an effort to get over my hatred for live video. And with that, I'm going live as often as I get a chance to. So here I am today to talk about how build it and they will come is bullshit. Build it and they will come is one of these cliches I hear all the time as a business coach, as somebody who started off with a marketing agency. Like, it is repeated to me time and time again. And as a bit of a background for you, for anyone new, I'm Bethan. I'm an online business coach. I work with my clients to really build out sustainable, flexible businesses that line up to what you dreamed they would be, not maybe the business that you had ended up with. So I believe that in order to be successful in business, you can't just wait for people to come to you. You have to market, and you have to market effectively, strategically, and most importantly, with reliable results. You have to know what is going to bring people through the door instead of just waiting on people coming to you. It's really, really unreasonable in my eyes that's going to happen in 2023. So let's get into it. Why do I think that build it and they will come is bullshit? And more importantly, not just bullshit, actually damaging to businesses and business owners when they're getting started. First off, you have to consider when this phrase was coined. And I tried to look it up. I did a quick Google search on kind of when this build it and they will come came from, and there's no real source that I can find that's available. It seems to have come from a few different people. So in my eyes, that says it's probably older than we think it is. And in that time, having a physical business on a street or wherever you were building your business probably was enough. You probably just needed to market by having great products that people wanted, or a service that people needed, and kind of being one of a handful of people in that town or city that could offer that service. But we're in 2023, and your business now is probably done from your spare room and probably isn't seen on the high street by the people that you're wanting to work with. So how do you build then a modern day business that will elevate you to the next stage of where you want to be while taking into consideration this idea of build it and they will come? And the answer is you can't. You truly can't let people just come to you in this space. And when I talk about this, I mean this further actually as well. When we're talking about building a modern day business that's going to last the test of time, I'm also calling out and talking to the people who've bought cookie cutter strategic plans and programs that tell you what you need to do to get clients. Because realistically, if you have a plan right now that's based on doing one blanket exercise for everyone, it won't work in 5 years' time. If there's something that works right now without fail to get new clients, the market will adapt and you'll need to change with it, because in 5 years' time, that will not be the same case. There'll be tweaks and changes to that tactic and action that you'll have to make. So having a strategy behind what you do that aligns with your goals can change that and can mean that you can easily ebb and flow as the market does. Another reason why this is bullshit is because there is a saturation of industries today. Even if you think you are the only person in the world that does what you do, there are likely similar competitors. There are likely people who serve the same person and focus on the same problem. Maybe the way in which you do it is different, but you are very unlikely to be the only person in your industry or the only person that can help the people that you help. So how are you supposed to just wait for people to come to you if they could then go to 20 other people? Or in my industry, as a business coach, they could go to millions of other people. How am I supposed to just wait for this idea of they will come because my business exists? It won't happen. And this is what I need to drill home to you. Instead, What I teach is creating a strategy that helps you stand out from this saturation, stand out from the crowd by leaning into you and the thing that is the only thing that is not going to be able to be copied or interpreted by your competitors. If you are leaning into being you, aligning with your values, your business goals, and where you want to be in 5-10 years' time, that's going to be different from person to person. So you'll be able to stand out from the crowd and attract people who align to who you are instead of who your competitors are. And a mistake that I see a lot of people make in this space is this idea that build it and they will come will happen, but in a new way, in a digital way. So as I mentioned, I started off my business. How typical that I have a frog in my throat. I just did this over on Instagram and the same thing happened. Excuse me while I try and clear my throat. There we go. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I started off as a marketing agency owner. So I used to have people come to us all the time with this concept of like, yeah, I'm going to launch my business in 6 months. So what I need to do first is get my website sorted, and then I'll come to you guys and get our marketing sorted out. And that is the stereotypical mistake that people make when they're getting started, because your website isn't going to bring you customers. And I think that's what people think will happen. They're like, once my website's live, we'll be getting website traffic and people will come to us and it'll be great. But it's very unlikely, that if you're an online service provider, people will convert from your website. It's very, very unlikely. People will convert from an active sales funnel and a customer journey that is tailored to them and will teach them who you are and what you do. And then eventually they might convert through your website. But actually, it's not the website that will turn people into customers. It is marketing efforts. It is, like I just said, a bespoke, strategic, planned out customer journey, an action-filled sales funnel that will make sure people go from point A of not hearing of you to point B of being ready to buy. And you have to market to them to do this. Your website is never going to just bring people through the door. And many people do this. They spend a lot of money building out a really snazzy website and then realize it's not doing anything. And actually, that it's this static thing that they can't update, and in 6 months' time it's outdated because you started it up when you didn't even know what your business was going to look like. Instead, I push you to do your website if you want to and if you have the budget to, but focus your efforts and your energy in on when you first get started, where your first 5 customers are going to come from and how you're going to make sure they are ready and willing to work with you. And like I said, I help people with that by helping them build out a strategic approach that is all about having needle moving activities, not just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. Because on the flip side, you don't need to be you don't need to be on every single social media platform. You don't need to be doing every single marketing activity. What you do need is a strategy. So if you want to get started and you want to up your strategic knowledge, you want to make a strategy through a series of workshops, I have a link in the description of this for you, but I will also pop it in the comments just there. Sorry. So this is my marketing strategy basics course. It's a £98 course. It's one-off. You get it for 1 year, and you will have 4 different sessions that you're able to attend. And the reason why I'm telling you about this today, because it's been live since January, is because I'm going to be doing a bonus lesson in June. We're going to do the lesson on Zoom. So you're going to be able to come on and ask questions, get really specific advice for your business, and make sure that you're super clear with your strategy. So buy now so you don't miss out on that opportunity of getting some live support. And I'm gonna have to cut it there because my throat really is not playing ball. I think I need to go and make myself a cup of tea. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope that you take a little look at the Thinkific page that's either in the description or the comments of this video. And if you've got any questions that you need answered before you're ready to hit buy now, you know where I am. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.